Hi everyone, this is a Southern Model Railways garage video update. I thought I'd do a little update, little chat, piece to camera about what's going on in my garage or what's not going on, and hopefully explain some of my plans. So kind of before I do that, just a bit of background about why I haven't been doing anything. I've been working from home, lucky enough to be able to work from home. I know lots of people are furloughed, and that's kind of, they're really lucky, and I'm sure there's lots of people that have been really struggling financially, and it's really uncertain times. And also, really importantly, there's lots of people out there, whether it's working in shops, delivering stuff, obviously the NHS, any of those people that are in frontline meeting people roles at the moment, doing a really important job. And so far, we've been keeping them people safe by following these social distancing rules. It's a bit worrying about where that'll go in the next few weeks, but we'll see what happens. As I said, I've been working from home and not really been able to do much on the model railway. I could have done, but I'm a therapist, so my job's pretty draining. Work with people with mental health problems, depression and anxiety, and I know that there's going to be a lot more of this in the future. I think there's a lot of problems for lots of people in the post about this coronavirus. I work with OCD, so contamination OCD. I work with health anxiety. I work with people with PTSD and trauma. So I know that following this, people will come out of this crisis where they're in survival mode at the moment, and these problems will hit. But anyway, we're there to pick up the pieces. There are services out there if you are struggling with any mental health problems. If you Google something like IAPT, IAPT, there are services that will help with anxiety and depression. They will help with OCD, so worries about contamination or any kind of intrusive thoughts. There's people that will help with trauma. There's people who will help with any of these kind of health problems. Please do Google your local services. You can refer yourself in. Where I work, you can literally go online, refer yourself in and book an assessment that will be within a few days. You might not get treatment straight away, but you will get to talk to someone and get to find out if, what kind of help's available for you. So do that. That's really important. So let's talk a bit of model railway, and that's kind of what this channel's about, really. So yeah, I haven't really done anything. You can see it in the background. It's looking quite nice. This is just a bit of hanging basket liner that's just been put there temporarily, just to give it a bit of a feel of greenery. It's nothing permanent, it's nothing fixed. It's probably not even how I'm going to do it ultimately, but it just makes it look a bit more like a model railway. But really, I've been sort of planning for the sort of next phase of what I want to do. So when I built this layout, I built it as an end-to-end layout, and I was just going to keep it at that. Then I brought it into the garage, and albeit the garage leaks, I realised that I could get an end-to-end to go round at the back, and obviously over the back there, pointing, and we all have a bit of pointing on our model railways, is where I've got the sort of run round loop. So it goes out the back there, all the way around the back, and comes out that end. More pointing. Top work, Michael. Mumbles. Don't give away the secrets there. Don't give away the secrets. Anyway, since I've, as you do these things, you progress and you realise you can do more and add bits to it. And what I've realised is that I can do a really decent fiddle yard at the back with 8 lanes. As I've built it, there's enough room for 4 lanes, and I realised, what's the point in mucking about? Let's do this properly. Get the 8 lanes in there, get the points. Let's get it built properly. I've got BDL detectors. I work with Digitrax, so I can, do all my block detection and automated running. I've got a train controller bronze. I've got all my what's it called? Let me check what it's called. RR circuits, the loco buffer, so I can connect it to my PC. Got my train controller USB. They ain't cheap. We know that. Spare Digitrax little panels. So yeah, I really want to get it to be at some level of automation. And people go on about these sort of getting the scenery done, getting the ballasting done. For me, the first thing about a decent model railway is getting it running nicely, making sure you don't get derailments, that every loco goes over every point, gets through everywhere you want to go, the points change automatically or through the decoders properly. So I've got a couple of problems with points and the point motors that I'm going to change up. and then hopefully I can get it all running nicely. So I've got a whole bunch of Seat PM1 point motors with switches, got a few extra Code 75 Electrofrog points, the long ones. I've got a few old ones as well. Hopefully I've got enough new materials to replace some of the ones that aren't quite working. It'll work out. If I need to buy a few more bits, that'll be okay, and it'll be for sort of like the bits of the fiddle yard that are kind of like maybe like lane 6, 7 and 8. But I'm hoping that what I can do is I can get a good 4 or 5 lanes of fiddle yard done, and then start wiring up the BDLs and starting to look at getting all those sort of train movements going. So I can just sit here, turn it on with the laptop, and trains kind of potter about. It's what I had when I had my Ramsgate and Folkestone West layout. Not only was it all automated, I had quite a lot of signals added to that automated. I think I've got a signal board somewhere. I won't be using that because I'm hoping to have the few signals that are on this layout as semaphore. So I'll be looking at kind of alternative methods to change those signals. But yeah, really what I want to get up to is this automated running, and you know that's just the bit for me. It's like I like driving trains. I like kind of switching the points myself, and I can still do that with the automation. But really, sometimes it's just nice to sit down with a glass of red wine and watch the trains run around. So yeah, that's my plans. The other thing I've got, my good mate Martin Levin. He's a bit of a bell end, but good mate, let's call him that. He got me some Merg accessory decoders. He was also kind enough to solder them all up, program them and everything for me. I have done them myself. I've got one somewhere knocking about, but just, if you can get a mate to do it, why not? I'm sure I've helped him with stuff before, and he's helped me with loads of stuff before. He's a good mate. So yeah, big shout out to Martin. If you haven't seen his layout, it's Bramley Model Railway. I'll put a link somewhere. But who knows? What the fuck knows? Who cares really? To be honest. But yeah, it's a bit of a shitty update really. I've had a couple of glasses of wine. I've been working all day. It's hot. I'm in the garage. I'm sweating. My hair's a fucking mess. I haven't had a haircut for fucking months. Can't even be bothered to shave. Not even showering if I'm honest. What's the fucking point? I don't go anywhere. Oh, lockdown, eh? What would you do without it? I hope everyone's out there as well. I hope people that have kind of been through the real tough times of this are coping, in all seriousness. I know a lot of people have been really kind of touched by what's happening at the moment. It is difficult. So yeah, stay safe everyone out there. And if you are lucky enough to be off work and modelling, like fucking Martin is, prick. He's done so much. Oh, it's so annoying. Sadly, it's all a bit shit, but anyway. Yeah, just enjoy yourselves, enjoy your modelling. I might do some, I've got a few ideas for some other videos I want to talk about later. I want to talk about kind of why I model and how I model and some of the reasons behind it. I know everyone does this hobby for different reasons, but I've got quite sort of specific reasons why I want to make models of trains. I'm not particularly interested in trains, but I do like making models. So I want to make a model of a real thing. But I'm going to do a video about that at some point again, and I'll probably put a bit more effort into it. I'm not even going to put some intros onto any of this. It's just going to be me rambling for, what, nearly 9 minutes. Please feel free to watch this on 1.5 times speed. A bit late now because you're at the end of it, suckers. I can't watch videos at the moment without putting them on 1.5 times speed, kind of all round really, because they're all a bit slow, bit pedantic. What's that word? Slow. That's the word. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Nice to see you all. That's all I've got time for. Laters.